Namaskar friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. In this video, we will have our discussion on the upcoming transit of the planet of beauty, enjoyment, happiness, which is the planet Venus, which is going to enter the sign of Leo on 17th of July. And from 17th of July till 11th of August, it is going to be in the Leo sign. Now friends, as you know that wheresoever the beauty and the feminine force is going to go, that is going to get followed by the eternal lover of Venus, which is the masculine energy of the planet Mars. So Mars is also going to enter the sign of Leo on 20th of July. So during this whole of the transit of the planet Venus, it is going to stay conjunct with the planet Mars as well. And friends, when we talk about the Venusian energy specifically in the Leo sign, so as per the planetary friendship chart, Venus doesn't see Sun as its very good friend. But when we talk about the qualities of the Leo and the innate qualities of Venus, you will definitely find a overlapping resonance over there. Venus is all about tact, diplomacy, having a very good social, active, happy life, and some of these qualities resonate and overlap with the Leo. Leo is all about originality, creativity, being in the limelight, being appreciated for your talents. So because of which Venus somehow has this potential and capacity to function good in the Leo sign. And friends, whenever there is a conjunction of Venus and Mars, many times I have seen that people remain very quick to come to conclusion. See, you have to understand this thing that definitely a combination of Venus and Mars creates passion, it creates enjoyment, it creates happiness. But if you actually want to look at it from the sensual aspect, then that conjunction has to take place in certain signs only. So like for example, Venus Mars conjunction, had it been taking place in either the Martian sign or the Venusian sign, and some specific signs like Aries, or you talk about Taurus, Gemini, you talk about Scorpio. So these are the signs which creates temptation and overindulgence. Now this could be sexuality, this could be your lot of indulgences and expenses on luxury, on clothing, on alcohol, on partying. But when we talk about the sign like Leo, when we talk about certain signs like for example Sagittarius sign, we talk about Pisces sign, so these are certain alignment which you will even find in the charts of artists, creative people, holy people who have completely dedicated and devoted their passion towards the divinity, towards the God. So because of which, never ever be in a rush to come to conclusion. And specific to our today's discussion, so when we talk about the Leo sign, which is all about enjoyment, happiness, recreational activities, so this conjunction of Venus and Mars is definitely going to encourage you towards all of these pursuit. So okay friends, this is something which I wanted to tell you. And as you know this thing that whenever these kind of transit happens, first of all and foremost, it always benefits all those people who completely come straight away in the purview of that sector. So for example, if your occupation, your livelihood is connected with the fields of fashion, beauty, interior decor, anything to do with the arts, performing arts, film business, media, so definitely this transit is straight away going to benefit you. So friends, starting with the Aries ascendant. So the good part for all the Aries ascendant natives is that your ascendant lord is going to be entering the sign of Leo very soon. And the good part is that your ascendant lord is going to be coming out of its debilitation. And when we talk about Venus, see, Venus is a Maraka planet for you guys, but it rules two very important houses of your financial aspect and your public dealings, your relationship aspect, your public image, and the house of your deep committed relationship, your marriage. So the transit of Venus to your fifth house can be seen as a very good energy, in whether in the terms of some good financial channel which might open up, or in the form of running into someone, some love, romantic relationship getting brewed up, or if you're already dating someone, so your relationship might take a positive leap. Because see, it's not only that this transit, during this transit the conjunction is taking place in your 5th house, but it is also getting aspected by the rightest planet Jupiter from the 11th house. So which means this, during this whole transit of the Venus in the Leo sign, the passion and the happiness seeking energy of Mars and Venus is going to be completely disciplined, tamed by the aspect of Jupiter from the 11th house, from the Aquarius sign. So if I were to summarize this transit of Venus on your 5th house for all the Aries ascendant natives, so for all those people who are engaged in education, who are still student, so definitely are going to be devoted very much to your academics, to your studies with lot of passion. For all those people who are in any sort of artistic and creative field, or even all those people who are in any way connected with the speculative nature of work, so all these people can get benefited because of the transit of Venus in your 5th house. So this transit is straight away going to get be benefiting all the Aries ascendant native in all areas of life. And as you know that 5th house has to do with your mind and your intellect. So somehow during this transit of Venus, you will straight away feel that kind of feel good factor coming out from the inside of your heart. So from that perspective, this transit is bringing some very good energy for all the Aries ascendant natives. Moving ahead friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Taurus ascendant natives, so friends, in your case, Venus becomes a very important planet for you guys, because Venus is your ascendant lord, and the transit of your ascendant lord in your 4th house is creating some very good energy. So to begin with, all those people in whose case your business, your occupation, your livelihood is straight away connected with the Venusian field. You have your own boutique, or you deal with construction, buying and selling of like any luxurious goods, or buying and selling of vehicles. So anything which straight away come in the purview of the 4th house, in the purview of the Venus, it is actually going to benefit you. Some new opportunities, some new financial prospects, getting initiated, new collaboration, new people, coming into your life. From all of those perspectives, this transit is going to create some very good energy for you guys. And friends, just because when we talk about 4th house tells about our inner emotional state. 4th house tells about our domestic life. So in all areas of your life, some feel good factor can be seen, must be experienced for all the Taurus ascendant natives. Moving ahead friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Gemini ascendant natives, so friends, in your case and in transit, it is going to enter your 3rd house, and with this conjunction of Mars and Venus in your 3rd house, it is definitely going to create some good energy for all of you guys. 3rd house tells about our own self-initiated efforts. 3rd house is the house of all of our interaction within our vicinity, within our neighborhood. This could be your good friend, this could be your younger sibling, this could be your colleagues. So it means some good energy is going to be getting created, where you will get a chance to spend time with your loved ones. You will get chance to take some pleasurable short journeys, and whatsoever art and craft is getting qualified in your case. You are a freelance person, you are an entrepreneur, you work with your own skill, you are a content creator, any so ways you will definitely find yourself working with lot of passion. And whatsoever way or whatsoever things you create, you will definitely see that there will definitely be that feeling of love which will be infused in your creation, and this is how it is going to be perceived by your audience, by your client base. So from all of those perspectives, this is creating a very good energy. No matter there is lot of grief in the world, there is a lot of contradiction and conflicts in the world, at the end of the day, we all humans crave for one thing, which is love. Being loved, being nurtured is actually creating some very good energy in all of your area of influence. Some good opportunity could also materialize for all the Gemini ascendant natives. Moving ahead friends, for all the Cancer ascendant natives, this transit is going to create some very good energy, because Venus in your case guys is the lord of your 11th house, which is the house of your opportunities, side income, wish fulfillment, and it also rules your 4th house of your inner contentment and happiness. So let's say for example, you are a freelance person, you have your own business. So because of the support of your friends, your client base, people in your area of influence, some good financial opportunity can get materialized. And friends, second house, when we talk about second house, it has to straight away it deals with your financial aspect. So if in your case your nature of work, your business, your occupation is straight away getting qualified with Venus, it comes in the purview of Venus. You have your own boutique, you deal with the clothes or restaurant, food business, or any sort of artistic creative field that is getting qualified in your case. So Venus is definitely going to create some very good opportunity for you guys. Moving ahead friends, for all the Leo ascendant natives, Venus is going to be transiting your first house. So friends, first house, which represents your personality, your public image, what kind of impression people get when they look at you. So definitely this is going to be a time when you will spend a lot of time on your appearance, on your grooming. You might receive a lot of appreciation for your looks, for your work. And friends, Venus in your case rules your third house of your endeavors, of your courage, of your communication, and it also rules your 10th house of your activities, of your outdoor life. So to begin with, like the way I always say this thing, if your occupation, your livelihood, your aspirations straight away come in the purview of Venus, so this transit might bring lot of opportunities. Along with that, see friends, it is important to understand the essence of the planet and mold your life in the same way. So Venus doesn't encourage arguments or pushing your agenda. Venus represent finding a solution of any problem with tact, with diplomacy, with harmony. So you must have realized what I'm trying to say over here. Third house is about your self-initiated efforts. 10th house is about your outdoor activities, your career related endeavors. So that means whatsoever maneuvers or endeavors are going to be during this transit of Venus to your first house, try to take the diplomatic and very harmonious route rather than getting into contradiction or pushing yourself. But yes, this transit of Venus in your first house is going to be bringing many opportunities for you, and you are heading towards some very good time, recreational activities, spending time with your loved ones, with your friends, and some good enjoyable moments can be foreseen. Moving ahead friends, now for the Virgo ascendant natives, the transit of Venus is going to take place in your 12th house. So like the way friends, I already cleared this thing that the transit of Venus in the Leo has not much to do with the sensual or the sexual aspect, although it has a lot to do with the flirtatious energy or towards the energy of love and romance or the seeking happiness. But at the same time, for you guys, Venus is an important planet. It is the friend of your ascendant lord. It rules two important houses of your financial earning and the house of your luck and religion. So my advice to all the Virgo ascendant natives is that if you can already foresee that the planet of luxury might tempt you with its current transit, might tempt you towards spending money on all the beautiful things. So rather than burning a hole in your pocket or getting ended up buying all those things which you do not need at this hour, so rather than being on the losing end, try to utilize this energy and direct it for your own spiritual merits and spiritual gain in the form of very soon we are heading towards very holy Hindu Vedic calendar days like the month of Shravan. So I would say any of the the donations or charities done by you during this transit of Venus in your 12th house, it can actually give you some good karma, some good merits from the spiritual perspective. So this transit can be seen as good in the regard of making some good healthy donations and charities and trying to save yourself from any sort of all those temptations of spending your money in all the beautiful things. But let's say for example friends, if in your case your occupation, your livelihood is straight away connected with the 12th house related matters, you deal in the import and export of the clothes, of anything to do with the food business and all, so then you can get benefited. And let's say for example for all those people, because we have to take into consideration the culture, era, country, everything, so even for all those people who work in the adult industry, they can also get benefited because of the transit of Venus in their 12th house. Moving ahead friends, now if you want to understand the transit results for all the Libra ascendant natives, so friends in your case Venus is a very important planet for you. Venus is your ascendant lord and it is also your 8th house lord, and Venus is going to be transiting in your 11th house, which can be seen as a very good energy, because friends, 11th house is the house of opportunities. Your ascendant lord means your life force. 8th house means suddenness, unpredictability, but because it is your ascendant lord as well, it could also generate and create those unpredictable events which are good for you. So what I'm trying to say over here is that your attention is definitely going to be concentrated towards enjoying with your friends and working hard towards any of your career related goals and any of your current endeavors where you are working. You will definitely find yourself more devoted, more passionately following them, and along with that, with the support of your friends, with the support of your peers, you might sail ahead, you might take a leap ahead. And yes, this is creating some very good energy for having a active social life during this transit of Venus in your 11th house. Moving ahead, friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Scorpio ascendant natives, so friend, in your case, Venus rules your 7th house of your public image, of your relationship, and it also has got the rulership of your 12th house. And in the transit, Venus is going to be entering your 10th house. So as you know, friends, when we talk about the 10th house has to do with your outdoor life, with your career, with your activities. So because of which, and because of the transit of Venus in your 10th house, it can actually bring lot of harmony, lot of passion, good energy in the matters of your career. So let's say, for example, if in the past you have faced some sort of resistance at the work front, so some good energy might be getting created at your professional front, where you will get a chance to hobnob with your bosses. You never know, your boss might himself ask you to go out after work for some drinks, and you get a chance to know him better and make some better relationship with your colleagues, with your bosses, and even from your partner's perspective, because Venus rules your 7th house. So your partner is definitely going to play some pivotal, some key role in your professional related matters. Some good time you can anticipate spending with your partner. So from all of those perspectives, having a good outdoor life, getting comforted with the quality time spent with your partner, good energy, good recreational energy getting created up at your professional, at your work front. So from all of those perspectives, this transit of Venus is creating some very good energy. At the end, the summary is that whatsoever you will be doing during this transit of Venus as a part of your professional job responsibilities, you will find yourself being very motivated and doing your duties and job with lot of passion. Moving ahead, friends, now if you want to understand the results for all the Sagittarius ascendant natives, so friends, in your case, Venus is going to be transiting your 9th house. So as you know that even right now we are going through the holy spiritual Gupt Navratre days. So any of the devotional practices towards the feminine divine goddess can actually bring some good luck, good fortune for you guys. And along with that, friends, as you know that Venus has got the rulership of your 11th house, and it has also got the rulership of your 6th house. So let's say, for example, had you been going through some sort of resistance at your work front, like not getting along well with your juniors, with your subordinates, so with the transit of Venus in your in your 9th house, all those past issues might get reconciled. Along with that, like for example, as you know that 6th house is the house of your competition, of your hard work, and 11th house is the house of your wishes, of your aspiration. So definitely this is going to be a time when you will work hard, you will be very passionate, and like for example, even the support of luck might help you in any of your aspiration, any of your endeavors. This is a time when some sort of work related travels might also get planned at 11th hour, at last hour. And the important is that even if those travels are going to take place, they are going to be very fulfilling. They are going to be filled with lot of happiness, lot of comforts, lot of enjoyment. So from all of those perspectives, this transit of Venus in your 9th house is actually creating some very good energy. My recommendation, friends, during this holy auspicious month devoted to Bhole Baba, Lord Shiva, make some donations, do some charities. It is going to support you in dealing with any of the baggage, any of the difficulties of the matters of your 6th house. Moving ahead, friends, for all the Capricorn ascendant natives, this transit of Venus is going to take place in your 8th house. Now friends, for the Capricorn ascendant natives, definitely, as you know that Venus is a Yoga Karaka planet for you. I wanted to make a post on my Facebook page or on YouTube where I actually was thinking about writing this, that when we talk about luxury, when we talk about riches, so definitely that is a domain of Venus. And a planet, when it becomes a Yoga Karaka, that planet holds a key portfolio, key department. So definitely for the Capricorn ascendant and the Aquarius ascendant natives, they hold this capacity to attain those riches, those luxury, a comfortable life, only if they have a strong Venus in their chart. So now coming back to your transit results, friends, as you know that Venus is going to be entering your 8th house. So definitely this is going to be a very good time to be very dedicated, very passionate, and you might get little bit obsessed with your work, because you know that Venus in your case rules your 10th house, and specifically for all those people in whose case their profession, their occupation is straight away connected with any of the creative fields, because you know that 5th house represents creativity, 10th house represents your profession. So if your creativity is a part of your profession, you are a writer, you are an actor, you are a dancer, you are a performer, so in any ways, if that is a part of your livelihood, or you deal in a speculative nature of work, so this transit of Venus in your 8th house might create some unpredictable sudden energy which might benefit you, which might help you. The only concern is that, friends, if you will only learn to be on the right side of the 8th house energy. The right side of the 8th house energy is research. It's about obsession, passion, dedication towards the good things. But the negative side of the 8th house is again about confusion, about indulgences, sexuality. So important is in which side of life you project yourself during this transit of Venus. So let's say, for example, this might be a time where you will start going a lot to the bar, spending a lot of money on alcohol, lot of energy exertion on sexuality. But on other side, you might get very much intense towards bringing that sort of refinement, that sort of perfection in your art, in your craft. So from all of those perspectives, this transit of Venus in the 8th house is creating some sort of intense energy for all the Capricorn ascendant natives. And let's say, friends, for example, if in your case your ongoing dashas are running positive, are running promising, because 10th house represents your activities, results of your activities and your professional endeavors. So if your ongoing dashas are running positive, running promising, so some unpredictable, some new opportunity at your professional work front might get created. And let's say, for example, for all those people who have a contractual nature of work, a very unpredictable or kind of freelance kind of work, nature of work, so some opportunity might brew up, some new calls, some new collaboration, new way of dealing and selling your product. So from all of those regards, this transit of Venus is creating some very good energy for all the Capricorn ascendant natives. Moving ahead, friends, for all the Aquarius ascendant natives, as you know that Venus is your Yoga Karaka planet. Venus has got the rulership of your 9th house, of your luck, your fortune, and it has also got the rulership of your 4th house, of your inner contentment and happiness. And in the transit, as Venus is going to be entering your 7th house, so it is definitely going to create some very good energy. For all those people who are already married, you might feel that the romance is again back in the life. You might get a time to plan lot of picnic, lot of travels. Your partner might surprise you suddenly by bringing some gift. So enjoying that feeling of love and romance in the relationship, from that perspective, this transit is creating some very good energy. All those people who are already dating someone, because you know that Jupiter is already transiting in your 1st house, and with the transit of Venus in your 7th house, so all those people who are dating, their relationship might take a positive leap, next step. Or all those people who are single, they are awaiting someone to enter their life. So even from them, this transit of Venus might initiate some new romance or some new person enter your life. And friends, as you know that, see, when we talk about 7th house, it doesn't only tell about your business, commercial activities, it also tells about the kind of people you run into or the way you see the world. So you will definitely see that you might see the world with glasses of love, compassion, harmony, care for each other. So with the transit of Venus and the contribution of Mars in your 7th house, some sort of like positive recreational kind of energy is getting created in your 7th house related matters, which can also connect you with some very good opportunities as well. And last friends, if you want to understand the results for all the Pisces ascendant natives, so friends, in your case Venus is going to be transiting in your 6th house. So friends, I have already said this thing that Venus is a planet which in itself represents trying to find a solution of a problem with tact, with diplomacy. Definitely 6th house in the original Kalpurush Kundli belongs to a sign where Venus goes to debilitation, because the enjoyment and the happiness seeking side of Venus surrender in the matter of 6th house. But that doesn't mean that Venus is going to get completely powerless, because 6th house also tells about the dealing with all those people who are a part of our daily life, your juniors, your subordinates, your concerns of health and fitness. So to begin with, from the health and fitness perspective, I would say try to refrain from eating too much sweet, because for someone like me, I have got only one addiction in life, which is of my sweet tooth problem. So I would say if that is getting qualified in your case, so try to avoid all those temptation. Venus in indulgences to the extreme should be avoided. And the good part about this transit is that all your daily work life might get filled with the flavors of happiness, good interpersonal relationship. Let's say for example, if in the past you have faced some issue with your juniors, with your subordinates, so all of those issues might get reconciled. And along with that, like let's say for example, if in your case any of the competitive situation, concerns of debts are getting qualified, dealing with the court cases are getting qualified, so some sort of option of or the offer of reconciliation or some sort of compromise, those energy might get brewed up because of the transit of Venus in your 6th house. So that is something friends which I wanted to say as a part of my inputs for this upcoming transit of Venus in the sign of Leo. For further more updates and notifications on the divine science of astrology, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like my Facebook page. Thank you.